right, so today we're going to dive deep into these really cool spaces, these third places.
Uh-huh.
They're those places where people can connect and build community.
Yeah.
You know, outside of like work and home,
Yeah.
we've got a ton of really interesting news articles
Oh, cool.
from all over the place. And honestly, it's heartwarming stuff.
Awesome.
So we're not going to look at any like controversies or anything like that.
Okay.
Just pure good vibes.
I love that focus.
Yeah, me too.
It's so easy to get bogged down
Right.
in negativity, so
Yeah.
let's celebrate the positive stuff.
Yeah, so let's start off.
Okay.
In Colorado,
Mhm.
there's this historic hotel called the Edgewater Inn.
Okay.
It's been around forever,
Uh-huh.
but the new owner has really taken that sense of community to a whole new level.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they've got this outdoor patio called Lot 46,
Mm-hmm.
and they just use it for public events and gatherings.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how they can, like, take a private business and turn it into, like, a
Yeah.
shared community asset.
I know.
Just by
opening it up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
But really powerful.
Yeah, like imagine just going there after work and just like
Yeah.
bumping into your neighbor,
Totally.
having a drink.
It's like a ready-made social scene.
Exactly.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so now let's jump across the globe to Belize in Central America.
Okay.
So these rural communities are dealing with some big challenges,
Yeah.
but they're coming up with some really creative solutions.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, one of the projects that really stood out to me
Mm-hmm.
is one that's focused on just providing clean water and sanitation.
Right. Like the basic needs
Now,
that we take for granted,
I know.
but having access to those
Yeah.
really improves health and well-being
Totally.
for the whole community.
And it's not just about like meeting those needs, but it's about empowering those
Yeah.
communities to thrive.
I love that.
So the other project that we saw in Belize was one that focused on boosting tourism,
Yes.
which makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
more tourism, more jobs,
Right.
stronger local economy.
It creates a ripple effect.
Totally. A total win-win.
Absolutely.
Okay, ready for something completely different?
Yeah, hit me.
Curling.
Curling.
I know, right?
Okay.
But this story from Helena, Montana
Uh-huh.
really caught my eye.
Right?
So apparently this curling club
Okay.
is doing amazing things to fight those winter blues.
Oh, interesting.
I know.
That makes sense, though.
I know, right?
Like, especially when it's so cold outside.
Yeah.
You need somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Be with people.
Yeah,
Get some exercise.
right.
It's really cool how they've created a space that's, like, beyond the sport itself.
Exactly.
It's like a social hub.
It is. It is.
Especially during those long winter months.
Yeah,
That can be really tough.
I know.
It's a good reminder that you can find community in the most unexpected places.
Totally. I love that. Okay, for our next stop,
Okay.
we're going to look at a problem that affects so many communities.
Okay.
Vacant buildings.
Right.
These empty spaces
Yeah.
really drag down a neighborhood's energy.
They can be such an
They
eyesore.
really can.
Yeah.
But Habitat for Humanity is stepping up
Oh, that's great.
with an amazing initiative across Europe. They're transforming these eyesores
Yeah.
into affordable housing.
That's incredible.
I know.
So smart.
And it's so much more than just giving someone a roof over their head.
Right.
It's about revitalizing the whole neighborhood.
Totally. And giving people
Yeah.
a sense of hope and opportunity.
Exactly.
It's a brilliant way to address
Yeah.
multiple problems at once.
Yeah.
And it creates tangible benefits
Yes.
for everyone.
Okay, get ready to be inspired because this next story is all about creating a truly inclusive space.
Okay.
Canada.
Cool.
So they've built the country's first
Wow.
2 SLGBTQ plus campus
Okay.
called Place of Pride.
I love that.
It's a dedicated space where people can just feel safe,
Yeah.
accepted, celebrated for who they are.
That's so important,
It is.
especially for people who may feel marginalized
Right.
in other parts of their lives.
I know. And it really is a testament to the power of community
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
create a more inclusive world.
And equitable.
Yeah, for everyone.
So cool.
Okay, so that was a quick tour of some pretty awesome initiatives,
Yeah, they were great.
but we have more to unpack.
I can't wait.
So stick around for part 2,
Right?
where we'll explore even more heartwarming stories of positive community action.
I'm ready. Welcome back. We're going
Yeah.
to keep exploring positive community action.
I'm excited.
And this time,
Yeah.
we're heading to the Philippines.
Okay.
The story from Biliran province really stood out to me.
Yeah, I loved that one.
It's not about like fancy buildings
Yeah.
or big budgets.
Right.
It's about people coming together.
Yeah.
for community activities.
Right, just enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, celebrating their heritage.
It's a great reminder
Yeah,
that sometimes the simplest things
exactly.
are the most powerful.
Totally.
Okay, now for a story about a place that really blends recreation and community building in a cool way,
Okay, well, let's hear it.
we're heading to Vernon, British Columbia,
Okay.
to check out Sovereign Lake Nordic Club's Day Lodge.
Oh, cool.
So this place is a haven for cross-country skiers,
Makes sense.
but it's also a gathering space for the wider community.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they've got school groups going there, and they offer this really warm,
Yeah,
welcoming atmosphere.
that's awesome.
And they're actually planning a big renewal project to make it even better,
Oh, wow.
which is great because they're really thinking about
Mhm.
how to enhance that community aspect of the lodge.
Yeah, I love that they're not just focusing on like the
Right.
physical building,
Yeah, exactly.
but also like how people use it.
Yeah, okay, so now for a story about how art can transform a city.
Ooh, I like this.
We're going to Columbia, South Carolina,
Okay.
where they've turned these ordinary concrete pedestals into something special.
Interesting.
So instead of just being these overlooked things,
Yeah.
they're now these vibrant displays of local art.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
So it brightens up the city
Yeah,
and it gives local artists a platform.
exactly. It's making art accessible to everybody.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, ready for something truly magical?
Hit me.
We're going to London, Ontario,
All right.
where they've created this stunning gathering space called the Coves.
Okay.
So imagine a horseshoe-shaped structure
Okay.
woven from willow branches and natural materials,
Wow.
all nestled in the forest.
That sounds beautiful.
It is. It's this beautiful and sustainable space
So cool.
where people can connect with nature and each other.
Very cool.
Okay, let's shift gears and talk about affordable housing.
Okay.
It's an issue that a lot of communities face.
Yeah, for sure.
But Affirmed Housing is doing some amazing work in California.
What are they doing?
They're building this $51 million development project.
Wow.
But they're not just building apartments.
Yeah.
They're creating a community.
I like that.
So it's going to have these 4 residential buildings
Mm-hmm.
with all these different types of units to accommodate everyone.
Awesome.
So it's fostering that sense of belonging right from the start.
Yeah, it's so important to consider
Right.
those different needs.
Yeah, it's not just about the physical structure.
Exactly.
It's about the social fabric as well.
Totally.
Okay, now let's head to Miami,
Okay.
a city known for its art.
Yeah, very vibrant.
But they're taking things up a notch
How so?
by offering these free art installations
Uh-huh.
in community gathering spaces.
I love that.
It's a great way to make art accessible to everybody.
Yeah, it makes those public spaces
Yeah.
even more vibrant.
Nice and engaging.
Yeah.
All right, get ready for a heartwarming story about kindness.
Okay.
We're going to Gippsland, Australia.
All right.
So there's this printing company called Gipsprint, and they've partnered with a local charity called The Warehouse.
Okay.
And The Warehouse provides clothing and necessities
Wow.
to people in need at the hospital.
That's amazing.
It's a beautiful example of a business
Yeah,
giving back to its community in
absolutely.
a really tangible way.
Love it.
Okay, this next story is about vacant buildings again,
Oh, okay.
but with a twist.
Okay.
Habitat for Humanity is added again.
They do great work.
They do, and this time with a Europe-wide initiative
Wow.
called Empty Spaces to Homes.
That's a great name.
It is. So they're turning these neglected buildings
Yeah.
into affordable housing.
Makes so much sense.
I know.
It benefits everyone.
Right?
The people who need housing and the whole community.
It revitalizes these spaces.
Totally.
Okay, so let's head to Alexandria, Virginia,
Okay.
where they're taking a really community-driven approach to redesigning Market Square.
Oh, that's cool.
So this public space is getting a makeover,
Uh-huh.
but they're using surveys and polls
Nice.
to get feedback from the community.
So it reflects what people want.
Exactly. It's a
Huh.
great example of how to create a really democratic process.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, now we're off to Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois,
Okay.
where they're doing a major renovation project.
Cool.
So they're replacing their outdated Allen Center
Mm-hmm.
with this state-of-the-art facility.
Nice.
But they're not just focusing on fancy technologies.
Okay.
The new building is going to have all these welcoming community spaces
Awesome.
for people to gather and collaborate.
So they're really considering
Yeah.
that social aspect
Yes.
as well as the technology.
Exactly. Okay, now we're looking at how Boston University is giving back to its community.
Oh, cool.
So they're highlighting all these different campus resources and initiatives
Okay.
that really demonstrate their commitment to student well-being
Awesome.
and community engagement.
I love that.
So everything from LGBTQIA plus support
Mm-hmm.
to undergraduate research
Yeah.
and community service programs.
It's so great that they're taking such a
Oh.
holistic approach.
Yeah, and recognizing that a sense of belonging
Right. Yeah.
is really crucial for student success.
Makes sense.
Okay, get ready to explore Grand Prairie, Texas.
Okay.
So they're doing some big things.
Like what?
They're annexing this huge 1,500-acre piece of land
Wow.
for a brand new community.
Massive.
It is, and it's going to have all these gathering spaces,
Nice.
trails, parks, ponds,
Awesome.
and green spaces.
Love it.
Okay, now we're heading to Charleston, South Carolina,
Okay.
where a historic space has been given a new life.
Ooh, I like these.
So this former Harold's Cabin space in downtown Charleston
Okay.
has been transformed.
Nice.
It's this vibrant hub now,
cool.
blending history with modern amenities.
What kind of stuff do they have?
So they've got all-day dining, a market, a restaurant, and all
Uh,
sorts of gathering spaces.
Sounds like a one-stop shop.
Yeah, the
community.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, now we're going to Cascades at Embray Mill in Stafford County, Virginia.
All right.
This is 55-plus community
Okay.
that's celebrating the end of their award-winning neighborhood.
Oh, wow.
And this community has really thrived.
That's great.
So they've got this beautifully designed clubhouse
Mm-hmm.
that was created by Miller and Smith.
Okay.
And it's been really important for fostering that sense of belonging.
Awesome.
So they have events there, and it's just a really welcoming space
I love it.
for people to connect.
Yeah, it's great to see a community
Yeah.
that really prioritizes
Yeah.
the social well-being
Exactly.
of its residents.
Okay, now for a story about a company that's going above and beyond to give back,
Oh, nice.
we're heading to Vietnam
Yeah, okay.
to learn about FE credit.
Great.
So this is a consumer finance company,
Okay.
but they're doing more than just their core business operations.
Good for them.
They're engaging in all sorts of projects
Mm.
that support the local community.
Like what?
Things like education, healthcare, and community development.
That's awesome.
I know, it's really inspiring.
It's great to see a business really thinking about
Yeah.
that bigger picture.
Okay, let's talk about public transportation.
Okay.
In Miami,
All
Florida,
right.
they're developing this urban trail
Oh, cool.
and linear park
Yeah.
called the Underline.
The underline.
Yeah, and it's going to be underneath Miami's metro rail.
Wow.
So it's transforming all this underutilized space.
That's a great idea.
I know, right?
Makes so much sense.
So there's going to be walking paths, biking paths,
Mm-hmm.
green spaces, and areas for the community to gather.
It's a really creative way
I know.
to reimagine the city.
Okay, now for a story about community engagement.
Okay.
We're going to Fairfax County, Virginia.
All right.
So the school board is holding all these community dialogue events.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're getting input on all sorts of things,
Mhm.
including how to improve the community's connection to civic spaces.
That's awesome.
It's a great way for the government to really engage with the residents.
Yeah, love it.
Okay, now we're going into the world of virtual reality,
Oh, interesting.
where the DISC community is showing that online spaces can be real
Oh, cool.
and foster positive change.
Okay, tell me more.
So this is an online community
Mm.
centered around the VR game DISC.
Okay.
But they do more than just game.
Yeah, okay.
They're involved in all sorts of initiatives,
Like what?
supporting local organizations
Mm-hmm.
and making a positive social impact.
So it's proof that third places
Yeah.
can exist online too.
Exactly.
So cool.
Okay, now we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Okay.
where the gathering place is breaking down barriers and
Okay.
fostering connections.
That's great.
So it's this grassroots gathering
Mm-hmm.
that brings young people together
Yeah,
from all different backgrounds.
I love that.
So it's all about promoting unity and understanding.
So cool.
All right, for our last story, we're going to explore community-centered economic development
Right.
with the Logan Heights CDC
Okay.
in San Diego, California.
Cool.
So this organization is helping entrepreneurs
Mm-hmm.
and revitalizing the community
Oh, so.
through all sorts of programs
Yeah.
that address not just economic needs,
Right.
but also social and cultural well-being.
That's really cool.
So they're creating this really thriving ecosystem
Yeah.
where individuals can succeed
Mm-hmm.
and contribute to the community.
Absolutely.
It's a really holistic approach to economic development.
It is.
This has been an incredible journey.
I know, right?
We've seen so many examples of communities
Yeah.
coming together
Should make a difference.
to create positive change.
And there's still more inspiring stories to come.
I can't wait.
So stay tuned for part 3.
Welcome back for our final part
Yeah.
of our third places journey.
I'm excited.
I know, it's been amazing, right?
It really has.
So many cool stories.
Mm.
Ready for more.
Abs-
Okay, so let's start with a place that's near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Libraries.
I love libraries.
Me too. And there's so much more than just books these days.
Oh, yeah, they're like community hubs.
Exactly.
Like this one in Honeybrook, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
They're expanding and renovating
Wow.
to create an even more vibrant space
That's great.
for people to gather and attend programs.
It's all about creating that welcoming atmosphere where
man.
everyone feels included.
Yeah, breaking down barriers to knowledge and resources.
I love it.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about food insecurity.
It's a big one.
It is. It's a challenge for so many communities.
Yeah, but in Thomasville, Georgia,
Okay.
they're finding some really creative solutions.
No, that's great.
Yeah, so the Thomasville Community Development Corporation
Mhm.
is working with this local Black-owned market
Cool.
called Marathon Market
Okay.
to create a mobile market program.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, right?
Bringing the food to the people.
Exactly, to those areas where access is limited.
It's such a proactive approach
It really is.
to a really critical need.
Okay, now let's talk about sports
All right.
and how they can unite people.
Yeah, sports have that power.
We're heading to Qatar,
Okay.
where they're getting ready for National Sport Day.
Oh, cool.
And they're hosting a half marathon.
Wow.
But it's more than just a race.
Okay.
It's about encouraging people to be active,
Yeah.
live healthy lifestyles, and come together as a community.
I love that.
It's about creating this shared experience
Yeah.
that everyone can be a part of.
Absolutely.
Speaking of community investment,
Yes.
let's head to New South Wales, Australia,
Okay.
where the government is investing in rural communities
That's awesome.
through the Regional Development Trust.
Cool.
It's a $50 million injection
Wow.
to help those communities thrive
That's incredible.
so they can address local needs, create opportunities,
Yeah.
and build a brighter future.
Because strong communities make a strong society.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's shift our focus now
Okay.
to mental health.
It's so important.
It is, and it's great to see communities
Yeah.
prioritizing well-being.
So the Buffalo History Museum in New York
Okay.
is doing something really special.
What's that?
They're hosting these memory cafes.
Memory cafes.
Yeah, for older adults with memory loss.
Oh, wow.
So it's this safe space
yeah.
where they can connect
Mm-hmm.
and share their experiences.
That's beautiful.
It's a reminder that we all need connection
We do.
and support, especially as we get older.
Absolutely.
Speaking of support,
Yeah.
let's go back to Australia,
Okay.
to the Nugalik Children's Center.
All right.
They received a grant to build this dedicated space for children and their families.
That's great.
It's called The Gathering Place,
Love the name.
and it's all about fostering that sense of belonging
Yeah.
and creating that supportive environment.
So important in those early years.
I know, right? Where children can thrive.
For sure.
Okay, for our final story,
Okay.
we're going to Karapehi, New Zealand,
All right.
where the local council is doing something really cool.
What's that?
They're holding a hui.
A hui.
It's a traditional memory gathering
Okay.
to get the community's input
Love it.
on how to improve public spaces.
It's so important
It is.
to get those voices heard.
Right, because the people who use those spaces
Yeah.
have the best ideas.
Exactly.
Wow, what an incredible journey.
It really has been.
So many amazing initiatives from all over the world,
Proof that positive change is happening.
everywhere.
Yeah, even in the smallest communities.
If there's one thing we want you to take away from this deep dive,
What's that?
it's to never underestimate the power of community.
Absolutely.
Whether it's a coffee shop, a garden, or even an online space.
Yeah,
Third places are essential
for sure.
for our well-being.
And for a healthy society.
So look around your community,
Mhm.
get involved.
And see what you can create.
Thanks for joining us.